morning, YouTube. I thought I would post an update to last night's test drive. I've learned a few things, did a few changes, found some things that I wasn't aware of. Um, what I noticed last night when I was tinkering, I put the cell back on the truck, was when the unit was running and idling, I went over here to the bubbler and I popped the top on the bubbler. And I noticed an extremely large amount of hydrogen oxygen gas escaping. That being said, the truck probably idles somewhere around 500 or 600 RPM. The supply line that feeds in front of the Ventura, this one here that goes through the flash suppressor into here, had absolutely no vacuum signal that I was getting here at all. Now, when I open up the throttle, it will allow enough air through here to pull some of the hydrogen out of here. But guys, I've been generating quite a bit, I think, that wasn't actually able to be utilized. So I kind of went back to what I had originally planned and had it set up as, with the exception I have left this. And what I've done was I came in here with a T and I've ran it back over to this perfect location that comes down right in the center of the intake manifold. And it is not a ported vacuum, it's straight vacuum. Now, also note that both of the entry-exit points where the hydrogen would go are both still protected by the flash suppressor. I can't stress that enough. So I'm really interested to get out and see what the difference is going to be by adding this line and still utilizing this one. One other thing I wanted to bring up, I had told you that I had a stiff electrolyte mixture, took the cell out and took it apart and cleaned it up and put it back in. And I had gone back to the formula of 3 level teaspoons of potassium hydroxide, or KOH, to 1 gallon of distilled water. Now, I've had several people bring up well, I don't need to use any form of a cooler on my system. Here's why. Okay, at the 3 level teaspoons per gallon of distilled water, when this unit fires up cold, this is the first time, this is morning time, she's in open loop, the cell's cold, etc. So I normally let it get into closed loop, but what I want to bring up to you is this. At 3 level teaspoons of KOH or potassium hydroxide per gallon of distilled water, when the reactor fires up cold, you can see the amperage is pretty low. Now, it took this engine last night probably a good 20 minutes, 25 minutes maybe, for the reactor cell to heat up. And when it did, this amperage draw that you're seeing right now with the cell up at operating temperature was running approximately 26 to 27 amps. It would bounce up to 30, but you can see this digital, it seems to fly around the gambit quite a bit. So therein lies the reason as to why I felt it necessary to add a cooler for the reactor, which works extremely well. Now, you'd look at the amperage on this unit and say, well, that's a pretty doggone weak mixture of electrolyte. But, however, once this reactor gets up to operating temperature, this amperage will go up 5 or 6 times what it's showing here. right now. Anyhow, I will start posting some results. I think I'm done tinkering for a while. I'm just going to keep her out on the road and monitor the mileage, and I'm still playing around trying to get a good spot to adjust the oxygen sensor, and I'll keep you guys posted. Peace.